team ban.
I hope you enjoyed your short break over there, but it seems we are getting right back into it. So, everyone, thank you very much for joining me, Hasbaz.
10
Game
seconds
number
remaining.
3 of this best of 3, Deathbringer Gaming versus
5
I Am
seconds
Point Club.
remaining. Dire team ban.
Game number 2 saw Iron Point Club being able to bring it back, winning in 25 minutes.
Radiant team
There's
ban.
Nemesis Slardar, as well as Ryoya, hunting down this AM at every single turn. Had nowhere to farm, and was constantly pressured on the map. Let's
Dire
see if
team
they're
pick.
able to keep up this pressure here for the side of IP, or whether Deathbringer will be able to bring
Radiant
it back.
team pick.
So with that, we're going to jump right into this draft, and the first pick, Tiny, is picked up again. This time, again for the side of IP, they're not letting it onto the side of Deathbringer Gaming, but they banned out the OD for Deathbringer, and they've allowed the Beastmaster as well as the Timbersaw slip through. This is usually a OP Timbersaw, and I have to tell you, when I've seen it, it has seemed fairly overpowered. As well as Beastmaster, probably one of the strongest offlaners in this patch, if not the strongest. He wins almost every single lane that he's in, and one of the best parts about him is after you win a fight, you get objectives, thanks to that inner beast aura.
5 seconds remaining.
So, let's have a look at who is still remaining in the pool of heroes able to be picked. And Tusk, usually a first pick or first ban hero, is still able to be picked, as well as the Lich.
Dire
So I wouldn't be
team
surprised for
ban.
Iron Point to take either one of them, and they decide to take the Lich. So we're into the second ban phase now. Iron Point, who are they not going to let them combo up with the Beastmaster? You saw Deathbringer Gaming play a
10
very good
seconds
Medusa
remaining.
last game in game number 1 of this series, but I doubt Medusa,
5
Beastmaster,
seconds
Timbersaw is the
remaining.
picks that you're really quite thinking about. They know they have their mid lane, they need a hero who really carries. I wouldn't be surprised to ban out the Terrorblade. Terrorblade, as well as that Beastmaster aura, it just helps his slow Metamorph illusions hit that much faster. Worth pointing out is the Tiny Lich
Radiant
combination,
team
really
ban.
powerful. Obviously, Avalanche as well as the Frost Shield to keep you right there, taking more damage from his right clicks. So they ban out the Earth Spirit, actually, for the side of Iron Point, even though
Dire team ban.
Firefly, time they did pick it, they picked it first,
Radiant team
but there is
ban.
still a good 4 positions in the pool, and that's an interesting ban. Because very often we see the Chen picked up versus the Beastmaster because he's able to take control of those boars versus the Beastmaster. So I think that's really curious, if I'm honest, them banning out Chen themselves. But they know they're looking for 2 cores here. 2 supports here for the side of Deathbringer before finally picking their
10
carry most
seconds
likely.
remaining.
So good supports left are Jakiro,
5
Tusk,
seconds remaining.
Shadow Shaman. I would say all 3 of those are premium sports, as well as the Keeper of the Light.
Radiant
We
team
know
pick.
Marlin loves to play the
Dire
Keeper of the
team
Light.
pick.
And the Rubric. Oh my god, I listed so many and I forgot about this 4-position Rubric. Rubric, obviously, very good versus Tiny, good spells to steal, especially once he gets that Avalanche. And Lich, also great spells for him.
Ten seconds remaining.
So we're not quite sure if this is a 4-position Tiny or a mid-Tiny. I assume they
5
play both
seconds remaining.
by the side of IP, but they might come out with their carry here if they want it. Faceless Void isn't great versus Beastmaster Rubric. They have too much disable, but the Juggernaut that they played so well could do very well. The spin allows him to kill the Timber, even if you're not going to be able to kill him with your Omnislash. The spin, it's a whole boatload of magical damage. As remember, the Tiny, he does a lot of magical damage as well. I wouldn't be surprised to see this Timbersaw get an early pipe. But IP taking a long time thinking about this, and they actually take the Skywrath Mage. So I mean, we have seen some mid Skywrath, but we've also seen mid Tiny. So I think depending on how the draft of Deathbringer pans out, will depend which one of these goes for, which one of these goes for the mid lane. Rubric, I mean, he is very squishy on the Skywrath. If Beastmaster finds him, that is just going to be a dead chicken.
5 seconds remaining.
But Deathbringer, they might. I mean, I don't think you want to show off your carry. There is the possibility to put Beastmaster in the 4 position, Rubik in the 5. I mean, there's just so much flexibility, which is what I really enjoy about this meta. You're not quite sure where things go in this draft. But if they want to take something like a Terrorblade, they can pick it now. But Skywrath Mage, they do have a lot of burst versus a Terrorblade, so you might be a bit afraid. But for the side of Deathbringer, they could take the Faceless Void themselves. But again, silence and burst damage. So I think looking at the Juggernaut here is probably one of the best calls. He's survivable versus things with that spin, with that Omnislash.
Dire team
And okay. So they are taking their 5 position and leaving the last pick for their carry. They don't want to reveal too much, but remember, this does give IP another chance for a ban. Worth noting is that Pugner hasn't been picked up at all here by either side, so you could get an offlane Pugner, or you could go back for that Nemesis Slardar. Slardar actually fairly nice versus the Timbersaw. You'll even be able to kill him through reactive stacks as long as you get the Corrosive Haze off. But Oracle does allow you to purge Corrosive Haze.
5 seconds remaining.
The cool thing about the Oracle is her first spell, the Fate's Edict, I think it is, will allow you to dispel the Lich Frost Shield, as well as the Silence. So the Oracle can act as a really good save, even in the laning phase, for people. So, with the Morphling pick, they love playing the Morphling. I mean, we usually see Morphling picked as a... I've seen it a lot as a counter to Terrorblades, but I wouldn't be surprised if they still ban out the Terrorblade.
Dire team ban.
So they're banning out the Tusk. They think they've got all their... But if you ban out the Tusk, it means you think this is a tiny offlane side of Deathbringer. I just don't think that's true. I think they've got their mid hero, not their offlane hero. But again, I could be wrong. So yeah, Pugner. IP has the ability to pick Pugner. I'm curious about what carry they ban out here. I think you might ban out Faceless Void. Just Void versus Morphling if he's able to find him.
5 seconds remaining.
But are you afraid of that Juggernaut? Are you afraid of that Terrorblade? We're about to find out what IP fears in their dreams.
Dire team pick.
And apparently what they fear is this Huskar. I'm not sure about that ban. Because you don't want Huskar as your be-all and end-all, you know, hard carry. And especially with a Tiny and a Skywrath. And a Morphling, you have burst damage. I honestly don't think you're afraid of Huskar. I'm not sure about that ban from IP. Both these last bans, I don't think are heads up. So I would say IP needs an offlaner, but I could be wrong. Also, you have the ability to put, you know, Morphling safe, Tiny could go Morphling mid, Tiny mid, depending how things. Morphling is a tiny bit flexible in his laning. But they're taking their time here. I would like to see... I mean, they could go for that Nemesis Slardar. It did a lot of work. It gives nice vision, nice teamfight control, as well as amplifying Morphling's right clicks. But they're taking every single second to really think about this. They want to go through to the finals versus Neon here for the side of IP.
Radiant team pick.
And their offlaner pickup is the Bat. So I was right saying they needed an offlaner. So let's talk about Bat. He'll beat Timbersaw in lane, which I think is the reason he's picked. Just because he does so much high magical damage with those napalm stacks. I think that's the real idea, to lane Batrider versus Timbersaw, and then everyone else.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
they're hoping to win the late game with them all.
5 seconds
Which is
remaining.
really interesting. I mean, Bat, solo pick of potential, obviously very high. And they also have a lot of burst damage, so once Bat gets someone, they will be able to burst them. You know, you can lasso into the Skyroth ulti. But let's see here. And it is that Juggernaut.
Now select your heroes.
I mean, what were you thinking with that Hearthscar ban? Okay. So game number 3. Let's think about this. I want to go for the side of Deathbringer Gaming. I like the Juggernaut. I'm not so sure about the Bat, but the Morphling's the harder carries win. This is a very tough game to call. I think the drafts are fairly even. I see what both teams are trying to achieve, but I am actually, I think the Morphling's going to out-carry this Karma Jug, and then they will just be able to kill this Juggernaut. I mean, Juggernaut obviously lanes well versus the Batrider. We're going to see some lane shenanigans again because they want Batrider versus OP. Yeah, that's why Batriders, they've taken Batrider on the on Ryoyo, their mid laner. And Nemesis actually has the Skyroth, so he's getting some farm priority. This is a 4-position Tiny. You know what? I think Deathbringer Gaming are going to win. That's who my money... If I was betting, which I'm not, I think Deathbringer are going to win. But, you know, it's not just my idea. This is a bit of a conversation here, chat. So feel free to tell me who you think is going to win in the chat. But instantly we have a pause, as is the usual. So, while we're waiting, let's think about what lane matchups that we're going to see. So, if we see the Timber versus Bat, Bat should win that lane pretty damn hard, I think. You know, because you stack up the napalms, have all that magic damage thanks to the Firefly. And he's going to be forced to take early levels in Timber Chain. And versus... downloading map hack. So the Beastmaster... I think beats the Morphling in lane, so I think they'll try and put him and the Rubik together against this Morphling. But worth pointing out, actually, is that Marlin is usually their 5-position player and Firefly their 4-position. And yeah, look, they're thinking of sending the Juggernaut mid because Ryoyo is the one who took the Bat on Ryoyo. So, because you really want the Juggernaut versus the Batrider because he just spins off all those napalm charges. So yeah, I told you we'd see some lane shenanigans, and this is clearly what's happening. Let's have a look. HY. That's some getting down, some deep vision. It doesn't quite scout out this Oracle, though, on the trees. Marlin, sad about something. He does have a sentry if he has an idea where the wards are for the side of IP.
30 seconds to battle.
And look at this. They're thinking of sending IDC mid, so it's going to be carry versus carry mid. But with Ryoyo, these laning shenanigans. They really want to know what the lanes. They definitely want Bat versus Timber, which is the whole point of this pick. Because most lanes, you just see Timbers become unkillable, get ahead in the net worth. And they don't want to let that happen this game.
The battle begins.
So, it looks like it's actually going to be 2 for 2 on the bounty wins. Okay, where is First Blood going to happen? I mean, if it's a 2-on-1 because no one comes to top lane, then certainly it's going to be in this top lane versus the Lich. But let's see what happens as soon as they see this Juggernaut. They see this Juggernaut, and I think they're going to be happy. And with that, the bat is going towards the top lane, actually. I really thought he'd try and lane versus this Timbersaw. But actually, they've scouted out some sort of rotation here. Anyway, let's have a look at the lanes while these shenanigans happen. In this bottom lane, it seems to be Firefly, because Beastmaster's top, and Timbersaw doesn't want to lane versus Gyrath or the Tiny, apparently. And yes, OP, he's going mid because it's IDC and not Ryoyo. And with that, look, Ryoyo, he is coming mid because they want him versus OP. These lane shenanigans every single game, I absolutely love it. But this has a Firefly by himself, getting some, actually 0 CS on the Oracle, I take back. But at least hopefully some experience for him. And with that, with the Timbersaw, you now see the Batrider in the mid lane. Now just casting the Fortune's End here. And actually, yeah, look, they see the Batrider and Kama. These swaps are absolutely amazing. And Morphling, he's still here. And actually, they're going to try and make something happen. They have 3 stacks of Napalm. Wait, are we just seeing a mid dual lane? This is... Honestly, I don't know what to say, guys. This is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, they're just dual laning it now. Kama, level 2 actually in the healing ward. And with that dual lane, Firefly, bottom lane, he's just being zoned out. He hasn't managed to get anything here. But, however, so has the Lich. He's got absolutely nothing. Beastmaster, our CS leader. Oh my goodness, this game, hilarious. If they should notice he actually doesn't have mana for his spin if they want to commit for this. They have 5 stacks. They should commit for this with Firefly. He doesn't have the mana for spin. Oh, actually, I take it back. He has a magic stick. He's just baiting. And they know he has stick. And the Rubik TP's... and now, Ryoyo, he's come to top lane. It looks like they've just accepted that they're not getting the perfect matchups. And with that, this level 2 OP Timbersaw is coming bottom. Timbersaw, he won't have the best of time versus Skywrath, but he should just be fine. And worth pointing out, actually, here, that Nemesis is the one with the farm priority. So you will see a bunch of Null Talismans, as well as maybe a quick Kaya come out. I'm not a massive fan of the Atos. Invis Marlin here. Is he going to go for the lift? They do have the mana for Blade Fury. They want it. I think they can kill him once he... They're just waiting for level 3. I'm pretty sure is the idea here. Just to get that extra damage into the Blade Fury. They do see the Lich, who probably does have Frost Shield. Level 2's that... But actually, they throw him back, but not quite under there. As well as the Fear, it looks like actually they're going to pay the price with First Blood here on Marlin. Taking so long to do that, and he's strength morphed up. Is there enough damage from the Blade Fury? Actually not. And now with the body blocks, Karma, he's taking a lot of right click. And it looks like Karma with the waveform forward, it's a double kill there for IPC. Things not going the way of DBG. Just not being able to get the lift right into Juggernaut. And actually, he does have Mangoes here in this top lane.
Not while I'm around.
Guevara, a lot of stacks now on him. Meanwhile, they do get a kill on this Timbersaw in the bottom lane. Thanks to the Tiny as well as Nemesis. And is he going to be able to kill Firefly? He might be if he managed to get another Arcane Bolt. But we were watching top lane where there's a lot of stacks on Guevara, but he's playing safe. He doesn't actually go for it. Here on 7 stacks. I'm really surprised he's not playing more aggressive here on this Batrider. They do get the lift off as well as the spin. I think that's going to be a nice kill there. Meanwhile, Nemesis, he plays too aggressively. They do kill off TBC. So, where did Nemesis die? So, yeah, they do kill off Nemesis, I think, thanks to a nice Purifying Flames. But on this top lane now, finally, with 3 stacks, the Firefly is online. He is tanking the tower, however. He needs to be really careful. And being so down by the boards, Ryoyo, he just wasn't able to get on top of Guevara. He went a bit too early on that Firefly and wasn't able to make things happen. But we are seeing mid lane versus mid lane here. And bottom lane, with this, they will be able to kill OP. They get the slow as well as the full avalanche toss. A few more arcane boats, and he's not going to be able to do anything. He does stick up, but they just vision. They don't have vision for the last arcane bolt. It would have been enough. Oh, actually, they do get vision thanks to him under the tower. No. But that was an arcane rune on the Tiny, and he is going to take the CS. Meanwhile, on the Batrider, they do finally manage to get that kill. Sorry, I should have noticed the time, but I was so excited by the action in the bottom lane. And at the 5-minute mark, that looks like it's going to be all 4 bounty runes towards the side of IP.
What have we here?
So OP, he does have 2 levels in the reactive armor, but Remember, this is mainly magic damage here with Skyroth with the 2 Null Talismans. Okay, level 1 in the Fate's Edict. That means he will stop taking magic damage. And the Oracle here is able to heal him up thanks to the Purifying Flames. So there should be less kill potential. Meanwhile, in this mid lane, you can see that IGC is a bit ahead here of now Guevara. He needs to be careful about letting these stacks accumulate again. And actually, the Oracle coming here, we talked about the interaction here with Fortune's End, able to purge off those stacks, but it has left him all by himself on this Timber Saw. He does have only 1 level in the chain, but he eats the Avalanche Toss, and that's going to be another kill on this OP Timber. We talked about it here, but with the Frost Shield as well as the Waveform, you're not able to kill IGC's Morphling. Now he's going forward. They did manage to purge off all the stacks, but he is healing up here with the Fortune, with actually the Purifying Flames of the Oracle. So he's going to be just fine here on Ryoyo's Batrider. So, in this mid lane, IGC has his Morbid Mask completed, so he's able to farm the jungle as fast as he wants. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gives some even more space to JTBC in this mid lane. Meanwhile, Skyroth, he's shrining up, getting his mana back online. And actually even a haste rune on this Tiny. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Death for OP impending. Tiny, he's now flanked him fairly well. Skyroth is back in this lane. So go forward. They get the slow. They have a haste rune, but they don't even need to use it. Avalanche, toss. So much burst damage now. OP, he's used his stick, but with the other arcade bow, you're not able to disjoint it with a chain. And that's going to be an easy kill for Nemesis. This Skyroth doing so much work versus this Timber Saw. And on the top lane, actually, they do manage to kill off the Batrider. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like they had a Fortune's End as well as those boars. But Tiny, oh, full of HY, he is hasted up, but they're healing up Guevara. And another ping there from the Purifying Flames. Just so much damage there. So 2 kills here on this top lane. It is going much further in their favor. They do have level 6 now, Raw online. But OP is going to have to make the Walk of Shame. He has seen the Tiny in the top lane, so maybe he'll feel a bit safer versus this Skyroth. Vura, toss forward there onto him, but they don't use the lasso actually. I guess because they have the Oracle to purge it off and the Frost Shield, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and now they're able to kill this Batrider again and again. Yeah, sorry, he did use the he used the lasso, but the Fortune's End just purging it all off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now OP, does he think he can lane burst the Nemesis? Nemesis, is building the Atos, but so much damage there thanks to these 3 Null Talismans. They brought in the Oracle, but they don't have level 6 quite on OP, so I think they will lack damage to kill this Skyroth. Why are those sentries burning? It must be the gem in them. They have the Trail of Burning Doom Ethereal Gem. That is why the wards and sentries are on fire here in this top lane. Bottom lane, they do see the Oracle, but, you know, Oracle back. He's getting the sustain to OP that he needed to lane versus this Skyroth. This mid lane is in favor of IDC. He's even hit his level 6, so if he wants, he can steal Blade Fury as well as the Healing Ward whenever he wants it. So yeah, he's just manning up, forcing him back on this Juggernaut. Knows he can do this. Actually, he goes forward. I think he just wants the CS of the Healing Ward. But no, the Healing Ward is down now, and Karma Hammer hasn't managed to heal at all. Has Omnislash, but meanwhile, in this top lane, they do finally manage to kill the Beastmaster, thanks to the Tiny's abilities. But now here, it looks like Nemesis, he tried to kill OP, but Oracle, having hit level 6, allows him to output enough damage to kill off this Skyroth.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So I'll talk to you about gems and wards in a second. But I heard in China there's a guy who can do it, apparently. It's very difficult to do, but apparently if it's something like you were the creator, then you can unsocket the creator only gem and put in other gems in the wards. I remember, if you want to hear more about it, if you go onto Shiva's stream, Shiva, the Dota commentator's stream, she has like a command in her chat because she has wards with the gem in it, and it discusses how it was achieved. But meanwhile, they see the Morphling. He doesn't manage to actually get the bounty ring for himself after using that haste. And we're actually going to switch over to net worth because we've hit 10 minutes. And you can see the side of IP, all of their cores ahead of everyone except for the Jug. Now on this bottom lane, he is by himself. He has still no level in the ultimate, but he just outputs so much raw damage with these skills. He just needs one more Arcane Bolt after this, and I think he should be able to kill him. But actually, with the 2 bracers, he is now fairly resistant to magic, but I still wouldn't be surprised to see him. Shiva. Usually a host. Works for Dream League most of the time. Shiva has wards, and she has a command in her chat that explains how it's usually achieved. So, let's have a look here. They're trying to push this tower, but with the Tiny as well as the Batrider, I don't think they're going to be able to do anything. Tranquil's actually here on HY's Tiny. Really interesting, instead of the phase that we usually see. So he's gone forward here on IDC. He still has his morph if he wants it, but he's just waiting it for it to end. Adaptive Strike, is that enough? No! One more level would have done it, but thanks to that healing ward, he's going to survive just.
Not yours.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
OP taking a hell of a load of damage, but he does have the casual orb, and on this top lane actually they kill the bat while he's going to get away. They did use the raw for it, but the chain frost as well as the fear, and actually a buyback from the bat. I think that is a dead Gavura. I'm not sure why he bought back. They're trying to go for more with the pop of his drums, and is he going to be able to get away with Firefly? He purges off his first sticky napalm. I think he's going to be just fine. But actually, the toss forward there from HY, nice combination synergy there, and they are going to be able to kill Firefly, and with that they might push this tower. Nice TP in there from IDC though. But the buyback from Ryoya does really set him back. Eats into their net worth. I am allowed to swear on my stream if I want to. But I'd like to, you know, keep it as clean as possible if I can. But I can say all sorts of obscene things if I want to. Karma now. This is what they've always wanted. The Batrider versus the Juggernaut. They weren't able to get it. And he is taking a fair amount of damage there from all the skills of the Batrider. AO9, I will... After the stream, I'll help you with it, okay? I promise to help you. We will be having no obscene British slang in the chat today. But let's have a look here. They've smoked up here for the side of GGB. Raw is online as well as Necro 1, so they might be able to make a kill happen. They have the Hawk. It did CHY, I'm pretty damn sure, if they think he's a kill, but Tiny is a fairly tanky target. Morphling over here, just farming the jungle, has his Dragon Lance completed after the Morbid Mask, and it looks like they're not quite able to make anything happen with this. I want to see how this Skyroth is doing. He doesn't quite have his Atos. He needs 400 more gold, but they have all smoked up here, except for IDC. So are they going to know this has happened? They do have 2 Hawks. They see where IDC is sitting in the trees. But now, Smoke breaks. Nice lift there. How about them to Marlin? They have the Silence, but the double Avalanche, as well as the Chain Frost, as well as the Fear, and now Skyroth ulti. It's not quite enough. They use the Oracle ulti, and it's going to save Garura. Chain Frost bouncing forward and backwards. But the Morphling, he has become the Timbersaw. And he's going forward. Is he going to be able to kill Firefly? I don't actually think so. Takes a fair amount of damage. He's morphed back now. And I hear the roar. It does come out on the backlines. But they've even brought in their Batrider. They've silenced up this Timbersaw. It looks like he'll die. Meanwhile, on the backline, they do finally kill off the beast after the Oracle ulti phases. They take so much damage here from OP. But it looks like he might not be able to quite Timber Chain away. They have the Soap on the front shield. Avalanche, actually, they use the toss instead of the magic damage from the Avalanche. So I think he's going to be actually just fine with Ryoya at the back line. So actually, only a 1-for-1 with all these rotations, leaving Juggernaut by himself.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I really think he should have used the Avalanche. That would have been 300 extra damage, and I think they might have been able to kill the Timbersaw with that.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
OP, he's trying to make a dive onto Nemesis. He does have the full hood completed, so he is a lot more tanky, but it looks like they decide to go on Firefly. They know they can kill him. He has no hood, and now they have the Fear, a lot of magic damage, as well as the Batrider. Batrider, he doesn't have his ultimate, but I think OP, with everything they have, the body blocks going up, he's eating a lot of Firefly and the Silence. They do finally kill the Timbersaw. So a nice 2 kills, a much better engagement on this bottom lane here now. Batrider completed Boots of Travel here. He's going to be able to go all around the match. And IDC, he sees Karma and says to him, I am the stronger carry. And he definitely is at this point in time, being 1k ahead. Whoa. But they do manage to kill the Lich here with the help of the Rubik. I think he was just low. I'm going to have a look at this. Yeah, just soloed. Oh no, attacked by the Beastmaster, but most of the damage here done by the Rubik here. And with that, it looks like they want to try and push this tier 1 tower. They have taken a lot of towers actually. This tier 1 top, this tier 1 middle for the side of DBG. So even though they're behind on net worth, they are claiming objectives and getting that all-important map control. Using the Avalanche as well as the Firefly, however, to kill off these creeps. But they have more than enough. They have a Kati, they have the Necrobooks. And Karma, actually Healing Ward is down. But the sustain for the Oracle will be enough. So that is going to be another tower. They are picking out OP here in this top lane. But I don't think you can kill him. Maybe actually with the Skyroth coming in. And the TPM from the back, they have the slow as well as the silence. So much magic damage. They're even using the lasso just to be able to finish him. And they kill him with his own skills. The indignity there for IGC. Is he going to chase forward? He feels like a tanky Timber. He's very happy going on to Marlin. And now with the Frost Shield, Marlin, he doesn't have the lift. It's on cooldown as well as the silence. And that is a nice kill there. Atos also completed now on the Skyroth, giving them even more catch for the side of IP. Worth pointing out, though, is while that was happening, the push continues here on this bottom lane for Karma. HY, he kills the Healing Ward. And that should be enough, hopefully, to see the Juggernaut go away. But no, Radiant pop their glyph. Versus the side of IDC. And remember, that did save creeps as well as saving Kati for a fair period of time.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So it looks like Scuddy next here for IDC. They do see what he's building though, thanks to that ward. They might think it's a Lincoln Seer possibly.
Regeneration.
Gavura in the trees. Level 1 Necrobook. It looks like they want some real good initiation, so he's working towards his Blink Dagger, just so that they have that quick instant stun before Rubik, who feels he needs to tank help actually. He's going double Bracer. This is really unique for a Rubik. But first is all the magic damage that this guy outputs. I guess it makes a lot of sense. Remember, he will have another Arcane Bolt per cast soon. And actually, Skyroth building a Shadow Blade just to be able to get up in there and initiate with this Atos. That's interesting, the Shadow Blades. I would like to see the Aghanims, if I'm honest. And they find the Oracle here in these trees. Avalanche toss. Looks like he was just trying to get to the secret shop. But no, he's going to be a dead man. But he does have the Ether Lens completed when he wants it. I think that's what he was buying. I think he bought the items for his hands. But found by the Tiny. This game a fair bit faster than our last one. But this Juggernaut, it looks like he will have Manta Style next for him. Really important versus both the Atos as well as the silence of the Skyroth. But Skyroth, ultimate, as well as the last hit, doesn't even need to use the toss. That's some real restraint there. He had the toss if he wanted to use it and chose not to, wanting to give the kill to his nemesis Skyroth, knowing they had the damage. At this moment in time, I said IP was going to win because I like the Morphling. Because they don't really have a hard counter for this Morphling. And now, at this stage of the game, it seems they do have the lead. Smoke up, however, coming from the side of DBG. They managed to get the D-wards, but they didn't see who was D-warding it, so they might have an idea about what happened here. They're using the Hawk. They do see HY. He uses the Blink Dagger, but in the time that it takes to blink, use the Roar, he is going to be able to get away. Now they're trying to go forward onto Nemesis. They have vision of this, but with the Frost Shield, they're just going to be able to disengage. So reveal of the Blink Dagger there, coming from the Beastmaster, doesn't net anything. Really good play there by HY. They're all together here, scouted out by this ward here of IP. OP has his hood completed. Looks like he wants his Blood Zone next, but he's so far behind. This Timbersaw We usually see Timbers honestly top the net worth after laning stage, but this Skywrath did such a good job versus him. And worth pointing out now that is with that DD, IDC, he's with Royo in this pit. Two people you wouldn't usually think capable of doing a Roche. But with the Hawk, this Hawk gives vision of it. Are they able to get there in time before they get the Roshan? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Roche is going to go down, but they get the Raw. But he does have the Aegis, and now the Chain Frost from the Lich has been used, as well as the Gaze. He is being healed up. Avalanche toss. They do kill the Lich, but they've also killed the Beastmaster. Now, IDC, he's become the Jug. And it looks like OP, he's caught in, but they finally used the Oracle Ultimate. Omnislash actually to the high ground of this Juggernaut. It doesn't net them anything, and now he's being dragged back to the low ground. Tangle with me, IP. IDC, he doesn't care. He takes a lot of burst damage actually there from the Oracle, but he's still fighting up while in this playthrough. The Avalanche toss allows them to kill off. No, the Oracle, he was tossed in, and they do kill the Juggernaut. Oracle, it looks like he's next on the agenda. They did manage to kill Nemesis, but Aegis not taken. Full Scuddy will be completed here for IDC, and things looking like they're all in favor of IP. Killing off that Juggernaut, a really big kill. That Omni Sash to the creeps, so harsh. I think he only had vision of them due to that Hawk. And IDC, with his Scuddy completed, he's going for his BKB next. And on this bottom lane, it looks like they're searching for Yo-Yo in the trees. They don't have Roar anymore, but he doesn't have Firefly. Blink Dagger, he gets it off just in time, and he's going to be fine on this Bat Rider. Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel, as well as the drums. This is one speedy Bat. I mean, Oracle did heal the Morph, but it's because he was hoping to get the kill, thanks to the burst of Purifying Flames. And now, pressuring down this bottom lane is IDC. I'm not sure they can handle this Morph, especially this Morph with an Aegis.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gavora is here. Raw is off cooldown if they want to blink forward and use it. But this man is fairly tanky. And he goes forward. He has become the Timbersaw. Now Lich, he's in there with the Frost Field. He's doing a lot of the Raw onto Lich on the backline, but the silence, which means there's no follow-up Nemesis. Justin zoning ultimate from him. But Ryoya, he's come in, and it looks like Marlin is going to be the next kill. But Juggernaut, he comes in with the Healing Ward, the toss forward. That's an easy kill on the Rubik. IDC, he makes sure to kill that Healing Ward. Buyback actually on the Rubik. And now Juggernaut, he doesn't have an Omni Sash, but he does have the Omni Sash now online. He was healed up there, using the Fear. They're hoping for the Oracle to fade off, but he does manage to get off his Omni Sash. The Lich is going to drop. Now, he did heal up a lot thanks to that Oracle Ultimate. And is that going to be enough to zone back the side of IP? And it is. But they still want this tower, even though they're surging forward here on the side of GGB with that buyback. But the Avalanche, it's going to stop the Timber Chain forward. And looks like they all want to TP away. So, 1-for-1 trade. They do force out the buyback, however, from the Rubik. So, I think things fairly even, to be honest, though. Honestly, I don't think the thing about casting the major is it already has such good coverage. So I don't know about casting the actual games, but I might have like a post stream where we talk about what we saw. Maybe watch some cool highlights. We'll think about it, guys. IDC now.
Regeneration.
He does have his BKB pretty damn soon. I'm honestly a bit curious about going for BKB over something like the Lincolns. I think Lincolns would be really nice, just so that he doesn't get rolled up. So there's smokes up here on everyone except the Morph. They're baiting him out. But blink forward. Avalanche toss. Do they have enough burst damage? The Oracle ulti is online if they want to use it. But it looks like they're saving him with the Fate's Edict. But they've killed the Oracle. So now there's going to be no more Oracle ulti. Karma. He spins to win. They do get up a nice roar. And the Chain Frost has been stolen here by the Rubik, and it is bouncing between all of them, but Marlin, he's dead next. Karma, he's very low. They don't have healing ward, and looks like he's trying to tangle here with the Skywrath. The Omnisash, however, Nemesis is going to drop to the Omnisash, but OP taking a lot of damage here from IDC. They found Karma. He's spinning. He's tried to TP away with Ruya, but decides his force off is a better bet. Now HY, he does have the Avalanche. The toss, it doesn't land onto Karma, but thanks to the adaptive strike, that is a dead Juggernaut. And with that, they still have the Aegis. They might have lost their Skywrath, but he doesn't really contribute to their pushing power. So I really doubt they're going to stop pushing here for the side of IP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So with that, there's going to be a tier 2 Chower for the side of IP. But Aegis does expire now. He doesn't have much mana if they want to try going for this. HY, nice Avalanche. Onto the creep wave. He is building his Echo Saber, so really trying to scale with this tiny up the amount of burst damage that he can dish out. This IDC Morphling completed BKB, building even more damage with that Butterfly.
What have we here?
IDC. What's he going to make happen next? They might wait for the next Roshan, which won't be for at least 2 more minutes. Let's have a look at the items to see if anything's interesting. Timber only has a hood, but has completed his Bloodstone. Blink Dagger and only Necro ones. We talked about this before. Juggernaut looks like Maelstrom just to increase his farm and damage in the Omnisash after his Manta. And then nothing else to speak of really on these 2 supports. Nice Ether Lens, so hopefully you can use your skills from the backline on this Oracle. But on this bottom lane, they do get off the ultimate here on Karma, but he's saved by the Oracle's ultimate. So it looks like that lasso isn't going to net anything. We're going to have a look back at this. Atos for Sky. He is building his Aghanim Scepter next. Instead of that Shadow Blade, I do like what he's doing. And Echo Saber completed for the Tiny. So yeah, no pipe, but we did see a bunch of hoods in the works. OP does have his completed pipe, actually. It is now online for him. So hopefully they won't die to all this magic burst of the Skywrath. But there is so much. They have a Lich, they have a Tiny. As well as Adaptive Strike does a whole boatload of damage. But we'll follow IDC. There are 2 more tier 2s on the map if they want to claim them before Roshan. Marlin, 2 bracers. As well as he's trying to get his own Glimmer Cape, actually, to be able to save people. $11k gold lead at this 28-minute mark for the side of IP. And it looks like Lich building his own Glimmer Cape. Almost has it completed. We hear a lasso on the Oracle. And Oracle, when you're feared up, you're not able to save anyone. He pops his ultimate. He's just trying to buy time. But with the Atos, he's not going to be able to get away. They're using all their spells, even though his fortune ended. He was already dead, man. He was already dead. Can we actually see how much damage you take, or does it not give it? No, it doesn't show. It doesn't show. It would be great if we could see the amazing amount of damage. IDC streaming down this mid lane. Roshan is back up. This is a fairly early spawn. The ping does come out to check it. Really heads up play there. Whoever was keeping time. And now he's just going to go for it instantly. Royo not showing. Pushing out the mid lane. Clearing these Juggernaut illusions. But Gavura trying to split push. He hasn't actually even committed. No, he did commit his Necro kits. But the melee one's dead. And with that, that's going to be an easy Aegis. And I wouldn't be surprised with this Aegis on IDC if they try to go high ground for the side of IP.
Dire's top tower is under
They are sacrificing this tier 2 for a Roche. They must know what's going on now. Otherwise, they would have responded to it.
Dire's top tower. Roshan has fallen.
And an easy kill there. Batrider is responding to this top. It looks like he's thinking about trying to get a pick off. But no. Responds too late. They're pushing out. They should probably go to push out 2 lanes. They'll push out mid lane as well as top lane. Take this last tier 2 on the side here. And then go high ground, I think, for the side of IP. That's what they intend to do. Let's have a look at Skyroth. Completed Aghanim Scepter now. As well as that extra Arcane Bolt. So much magic damage. Remember, per cast, that is 3 Arcane Bolts. 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 Arcane Bolts. An insane amount of damage.
That should help.
This Nemesis Skyroth, I've been really impressed. The amount of times they killed the Timbersaw did so much work here. They do have a Hawk, so they are going to see IDC, but they're not going to see Nemesis. And it looks like actually Tiny TPing back. He's just trying to spot this split push. And they do find Marlin. He was lassoed up, I think. And that's going to be a nice kill of the Rubric. Meanwhile, IDC is pushing in. He will have his Butterfly completed for this next fight, it seems.
Dire are scanning.
Gavura over here, they have vision of IDC, but they know they're not able to kill this man. And completed Butterfly. They also have a sentry, so they see these annoying birds of the Beastmaster, and they're stopping all his split push. Just adapt his strike to the Necro, but can't get away from them. So, they have the rest of their team here, but Royo in the bot lane, he will be stopping this split push when he feels like it. And IDC, they're not going to be able to do anything about him pushing this tower. He hits so hard with that Scuddy, as well as that Butterfly. How much agility does he have? 249 agility. The smoke up, just hoping to catch someone, as well as the Atos. They don't have anything for this. He is silenced up. They're not going in with the Tiny, so it looks like this is just harass. Gavara gets the Roar onto the Lich on the back lines, but with no follow-up, and actually the Avalanche Tosh, it looks like Gavara is going to be the one to pay. They just had no follow-up for that Roar. Seems like a bit of miscommunication there from the side. And as well as the lasso onto this Oracle. No Oracle ultimate. And they're all dead. Instant buyback here. OP, he is trying to fight up, but with this BKB, he streams forward onto OP. He has the Molineer charge on him, but it's not quite enough. He is very tanky. Omni Slash onto 2, but the Glimmer Cape, it looks like he wants to tank it here on IDC. They do manage to kill off the Lich here, but Karma, they're just fighting up against him. IDC, remember, this man still has the Aegis, but Oracle ultimate here on Karma. So he's going to be okay. Is that going to be enough to send them back Nemesis? They do get the silence, as well as the long stun. So with that, they don't manage to break base, actually. However, they don't kill the Aegis. So watch this. This is really cool. He swaps in the Mormon Mask, goes full agility, so he'll be able to heal by farming. And with that, they're not going to have to stop their push. Karma, no TP scroll, actually. If they continue their push, he won't be able to get back quite in time. Marlin, that is a risky TP, and I'm pretty sure they saw that thanks to this ward. So they must know where the Rubik is. They see him dewarding this, and now Lasso. This is going to be an easy kill with the help of the Tiny. Avalanche, as well as the toss didn't connect, but he's eating a lot of Firefly, as well as the damage from that, and that's a nice kill on Marlin. No buyback here on this Rubik.
Double damage.
IDC, he runs forward. Nice slow there. If someone's spoiling, then you will. We don't take kindly to spoiling. I am gonna just time you out now, but you will be banned if you spoil again. Sorry about that. And now we're back into the game after dealing with our chat. A nice lasso forward onto the Oracle, and they do kill him. He does have buyback, however. They do get the ultimate, however, of the Skyroth onto this Timbersaw, and he goes down. He buys back as well. They're going to be able to kill this Lich, but no Glimmer Cape. No, luckily they had detection thanks to that tower. IDC, he is pretending to be his own Timbersaw. Nice Avalanche onto 2 of them. They are getting a lot of damage thanks to that Timbersaw. But they have finally managed to pop the Aegis. They've lost the Lich. Are they going to be able to set up on this Morphling? No, he's so tanky. And he still had the BKB online. He kills off the Healing Ward, and now they have a silence. But with that Mantis style, there is no silence. He's being slowed up, however, by those to mitigate the damage of the waveform. However, Karma, is he able to get away? There is an Oracle ulti, as well as the Fear stolen by the Rubik. They are finally able to kill this beast of IDC, and the Omnisash on the back line is going to kill Ryoyo. So a massive base defense there for the side of DBG. They might lose their Beastmaster, but they get so much out of it. So he might have told you the kill score, But we can see that amazing base defense there by the side of DBG. We're going to have a look at the network skin swing as it started pop up. And look at that. Almost going right back to only 75% advantage on the side of IP.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
OP, he is trying to hit this tower. He has taken the 100 damage talent, so he hits for a decent amount of damage. They tried to use that frost shield. It looks like they really don't want to have to buy back, but are they going to be able to force this? Luckily, they don't have their Beastmaster, who would provide even more push. But with that, they've lost actually all their tier 2s for the side of IP. And it looks like OP wants even more. They do have the Avalanche. And with that, they're not stopping here, but now a lot of damage going on to OP. He does have the Lotus Orb, which stops the which stops the silence as well as the Atos. So he's able to walk away just fine. Has this game swung back in the direction of DB? They're about to find out. Only 10k lead, but their Morphling is back. He came so close to killing Karma, but that Oracle ulti saved his life. Worth pointing out, HY is scaling very hard. Looks like he wants to become a right-click carry. With the Chrysalis completed, they just want more and more burst. That Oracle can't save her cause. At Rider of Ryo. Has the Force off, has the Blink, and now as well a Lincoln Sphere. So he's no longer susceptible to eating that raw. OP as the pipe, and looks like they think they need even more burst damage here for the side of DBG. He's building a Dagon on this Imbecile. That's going to be quite exciting. I'm surprised he doesn't actually build Aghanim Scepter instead, if I'm honest though. But they've all smoked up here, only showing OP. Will they be able to catch someone? It looks like they had vision on the Batrider, but they know that he's backed off. IGC, even at fairly morphed into agility, has 2.4k HP, so he's not going to be able to be bursted. And MKB completed for him. So he's going to be able to chew through Karma's Butterfly. And they're all actually grouped up here. Looks like they're afraid of the side of DGB. Deathbringer Gaming for once. We'll take a quick look at buyback status. And you can see only the Oracle doesn't have... Actually, Oracle and Timbersaw both don't have those. Rest are money limited. So I think they should just take another fight where they kill off the Oracle, knowing that he doesn't have buyback. And then they should be able to just kill whoever they want here for the side of IDC. You really don't want to wait those extra 3 minutes, but they just want Roshan. Roshan does respawn in 1 minute 30. And by the way, they are lurking around this pit, waiting for this Roshan, controlling this area. And you can even look at the wards here for the side of Deathbringer. Really good warding. They just know where the side of IP are, thanks to this deep warding in their jungle. They do have a ward here for the side of IP, so they will have a faint idea where they are for the side of Deathbringer. Okay. Roshan, 42 seconds. They feel like they need to make something happen here. Skyroth built even more magic damage with Kaya. We can see his damage output. But leap forward onto this Timbersaw. Are they going to be able to kill him in time? They have so much damage, but he manages to get his Lotus Orb off. Now on this backline, they do manage to kill Marlin, and the Oracle is down. They've killed the Oracle. There is no buyback. Raw onto Sitch on the backline, but he already got Chain Frost off. IDC, he kills off the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut is dead. He buys back almost instantaneously. Misses the Timber's Chain here for IDC, but OP looks like he's going to be next. They eat an Avalanche, and it looks like Gavora, this Beastmaster, he does have buyback if he wants to use it. The Atos onto both of them, but the ultimate of the Skywrath, and now he's tossed forward. IDC, they killed the Timbersaw. They killed both the people who have no buyback and forced all the buybacks for the side of DBG. Are they going to push down middle? I really feel they should. They don't need the Lich for this push. They're checking if Roshan's up, and it is. They are checking if Roshan's up. They are checking if Roshan's up, and with that illusion rune, they're going to quickly take that before they go for their final push. But remember, Oracle, low level, he is going to be back up for this push, but they should have no Timber. And they actually decide against going high ground. It looks like they really want to push. Actually, they see Karma. They have an idea where he is, and this man has no buyback.
Your death approaches.
They need to commit. They can't dilly-dally. They want to. You need to make something happen while this Timbersaw has no buyback. IDC not pushing, but taking the Roshan instead. One more fight in their favor will call the end of the game.
Roshan has fallen to the dance.
So Refresher Orb here for the Bat if he wants it, as well as the Aegis now. Back on IDC. Who have they given the cheese to? They've given it to the Tiny because this Tiny, he is going in on the front flight. Nemesis is allowed to sit on the back with this Ether Lens, spamming out all the spells he wants. Will this be the final push of the game? Juggernaut, he buys out, gets himself a Basher. And now, IDC. Will they be able to take the first tier 3 of the game? They do pop Radiant Glyph. They're trying to buy as much time for this Timbersaw to come back alive. But they are not going to have it. So, clearing the first melee backs. Remember, they can't get Mega Creeps actually for the side because of that tier 2 tower. But they can definitely take tier 2 back. Nice jump in there on Karma. They forced out the Oracle Ultimate this early. And Bat, has he refreshed? Has the refresh if he wants it on the Bat Rider. Hasn't quite used it yet. And with that, it looks like it's going to be a second lane of Rax. Timbersaw, still 8 seconds on him. He's used the spell shield, but take it up. And the refresh does come out. BKB popped. Are they going to be able to kill Karma in time before he gets to his BKB? Guevara, they do get the Omni Slash off, and it looks like Lich. They have vision for him thanks to that gem. And they even kill the Morphling. He wasn't Strength Morph, but the Juggernaut, he does go down. No buyback on the Juggernaut. They'll be happy to expend the Aegis for that. And Lich does buy back, but there is no buyback on the Juggernaut. And with that, they're just losing everyone. Guevara, no buyback. Rubik, no buyback. I think that is game to the side of IP. I don't know if they've called it yet. Atos up. He does Lotus Orb himself. But are they going to dive the Shrine? Please don't dive the time. Oh, that's just BM there with the Morbid Mask. They're sitting still. They're not actually achieving anything. Come on, this is just bad manners. Finish the game on the side of IP. They leap forward into the... Well, trying to make something happen here on IDC. He does manage to kill the Oracle, but is he going to be able to kill IP? And it seems GG was called. IP take game number 2, defeating Deathbringer Gaming and going through to the grand finals versus Team Neon. You can look at that fight here for the side of Deathbringer Gaming. They thought they might have brought it back, but Iron Point just finishing things off cleanly, taking the Roshan, take a good fight, forcing all the buybacks. So I would like to say thank you very much to everyone who has joined us so far. My name is Hasbaz. I've been your caster today. I will be casting the next match of Neon versus IP when it comes online. But until then, if you would like to support the stream, feel free to drop me a follow here on this Twitch channel. Or if you want to be even kinder, you can subscribe. And if you want to just waste your money because you're a bad bettor and you want to waste it on me, I take donations in the description below. But thank you very much for everyone who's tuned in, and I will be giving you some music until that next match starts.